Hi guys, welcome to a new series. This is Production Line. Now, as you can see, this is no ordinary start to a Let's Play series, and that's a very good reason for it, because I like to really understand the game properly before I delve into it to actually try and create something. So what I thought I'd do was, let's go to our research. Fully research everything, and when I mean fully research, I mean fully research absolutely everything, because I really want to get to grips with this, in the sense that I really would like to set myself a challenge, and something that would make things interesting. So we've already created a factory. We're making money. I mean, we're okay, at the moment we're not making a great deal, but over the last 24 hours we've made $500,000, and we've basically we've made quite a bit. Now if I just start to zoom out, you can start to see the extent that I've created. So I've had a play around over here. Let me just get right to this corner with creating our own axles, so the beginnings of the car separately. Then I go back to my original build where I had two body fitting systems, three spray paint areas, two fit engine bays, two fit accessories, a fit electronics, and then out the door. So that was my basic model that I created. Now at the moment we are making all sorts of cars. If I go to here, look at market, well, we've basically got the off-road, we've got the compact, we've got the pickup, we've got the sedan, we've got a mid-range sedan, and we've got sports, and we've also got SUVs. So we're kind of building everything already. I got to this point and thought, hang on, I want to break this down a bit further. So looking at your research, I thought, right, okay, I'll start looking at the next level down. So I want to be able to start building everything separately. So I started on my where was it? Where did I start? I started on the, there we go. I started on the chassis. So basically to build my own fuel tank, the axles, etc., etc. So that was what we did over in that corner. I then thought, right, okay, I'm going to start taking it back because I have got everything and researched. I thought, let's have a play around with it. So I started backwards. When I mean backwards, I put the last things in first. So I installed fit dashboards, the fit aircon, fit windscreen, fit seats, fit horns, fit lights, steering assembly, wheel fitting assembly, fit exhaust, fit powertrain. Then we had a separate polishing, drying, paint finishing, dry undercoat, and paint undercoat. To then go back to fit doors manually, fit roof, fit vents, fit arches, fit bottom trim, fit bumpers, fit trunk, fit hood, and fit body shell. And that's basically what I created, and it was a test to see what exactly we could be done, and everything, as you can see, is so sprawled out, it's ridiculous. Now I had to get a separate route created just because of the backlog. So we've got obviously the fit electronics and two quality checks and export over here as well. But that was a lot of learning, I would say. So what I'd like to try and do as I continue learning, because as you can see, I've only created over here the chassis, and we've got making the axles to send them through, and then put everything together. Now, as I say, I have got, oops, let's go on there. I have got everything being made currently that I can make in a basic model, just so that I can understand the game better. So what I'd like to do is set myself a challenge. I want to rip the whole lot out and start again. And when I mean start again, I mean starting from scratch. So that means it's a case of we build absolutely everything in-house, because if we look at our expenses, that's nearly 3/4 of our costs. It's $190,000 is down to components. The next bit is our rent, of which, because I've unlocked every single area around me, because when I was doing all my research, I basically just unlocked it so I could actually put my research stations in place. Now, I don't actually need any of these anymore, so I can actually go ahead and demolish them. And that's what I was doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play on a little bit longer, just so that I get myself about approximately 10 million. Then I'm going to rip it all out, and we're going to start from scratch. So this, as I say, is going to take a bit of getting used to. I'll basically then start building the car from scratch, and everything, every single component has to be built within the factory. And I want to do a couple of challenges around this. So I'm thinking of maybe how many cars I can actually produce, maybe having just a basic model, and how many cars I can actually get out, or how many cars, different models I can make. So if I look at the marketplace here, so there are 4, 8, 12, 16. There are 20 different models that we can actually build, and I think what I'm going to look at is how we can actually build these efficiently. After having a little play, I realised that actually not every single component can be built on site. So it'll be a case of we'll first get to the money level that I need it to be, it's about $10 million. Then I'll rip everything out and start again from scratch, and we'll just basically make the basic line so that we can make whatever car we want down those lines, and then start to get every single part that we can get locally sourced. So I'll see you back in a moment. Okay guys, so we're back. Oh, I've got a few bits I have not removed. No idea what that car is there, but it's doing my head in. We've just got a few more bits to remove, and we're going to be good to go. Perfect, everything's gone. So we need to start looking at the best positionings, etc., for producing these cars. Now, I want to be able to build every part I can in-house, and it's not possible to build everything, as I found on a little test play. Basically, if we look at our chassis, for example, we can't build the undercarriage, we can only fit it, so we have to buy that in. And if we look at chairs, etc., we can only make one type of chair, but there's 4 in total. So it's a case of a little bit frustrating when you think, well, actually, do you know what? It would have been useful to be able to have each option available to be able to be made in-house. But do you know what? We'll work the best we can, and we'll go from there. So I basically got the monies up to about 10 million, and then as I ripped everything out and sold everything, it went up to this short of 13,000. So, sorry, 13,000, 13 million. Right. I'm thinking that potentially we're going to start in this corner here. I've got an idea to have 2 separate lines running, and I want to pit them against each other. So to see which I can actually get the fastest. And for that reason, we're going to have 2 separate lines. One, a very shortish one, building a normal car, and then we'll have the longer line, which will get set up in preparation for building the more luxurious models, as it were. Okay, so I'm looking at this sort of space down here. We'll get this started. We're going to start with having all these parts locally sourced, so we can actually have the axles. So we can make an axle, and we can make the drive shaft, etc., and we can make the fuel tank. So we're going to make those and then put those onto the lines. So let's build a couple of these. So I'm going to rotate them actually, and a space could potentially be an issue. I can get 2 down there. Oh, when I used to play pharmaceutical, the pharmaceutical game, what was it called? Do you know? It'll come back to me in a second. Big Pharma. That's it. When I used to play Big Pharma, I have to make sure I put everything right into the corners so I could try and utilize every single inch of the map. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'm thinking that going against the wall is not a problem this time round, so we're going to do that. I need a couple of these axles, primarily just so that we can actually keep up with the demand that we're going to need on the remainder of the parts. And we'll rotate that round. Yeah, we'll leave it there. And make the fuel tank. Right, that's 4 minutes to make a fuel tank, so I'm going to need 2 of those. And yeah, 2 of those. Let's pop those there like so. Let's just connect everything up. And we can go all the way down. Perfect. And take it out 1. So everything's connected there. We can just make sure that works. Speed up. Yeah, everything's all going to locations. And they're starting to make parts. That's perfect. Right. Okay, so that's all working. So we now want to use this space here. Do we want everything to go down there? Yes, I think that should be fine. We want to have, so we can have chassis assembly. Should we go for, go for chassis assembly or the whole thing? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for that one. As that's the basic one that you can actually get, and that will do absolutely everything. Yeah, and then I'll have the other one as all separates. So we drop that right on the end here. Do it there. So we can look. Let's cancel that. No, that's fine. Just a standard car, and we will then have that resource going. Oops, do not want that there. There we go. Let's do that conveyor straight to that corner, and then we will go and have, because we can have fit axles where it'll just put everything. So it's the front and rear axles and drive shaft. So it'll put all those things on together. But I think I'm going to go for individuals to see what the main benefit is for going individuals opposed to mass transit. Now I'm actually thinking of doing this a bit low down. Yeah, I'm going to do it there so that we can actually have the drive shaft. Yeah, so we can potentially utilize that space for something else shortly. So let's get our conveyors in place. Perfect. Looks rather messy, unfortunately. Is that because of that? Let's see whether I can remove any of those. Does that work? There we go. Alright, it's taken out that middle one. It looks a little bit better. Not 100%, but you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Trust me. Okay, so this is going to be putting on. Go back here. That's going to be putting on the front and rear axles, drive shaft, undercarriage, and fuel tank. So that's all done. So we just need the undercarriage. That's the only thing on this section we can't actually build ourselves. So, and then we're going to be putting our fuel tank on, and that's there. So that's the chassis done. So all that for that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 squares, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 squares, because you've got those extra bits around. So, okay, if we can make a car from here to the next square out, the same length of time as that does it, then maybe there's not a great benefit on this. But if we can actually make it and get it out a lot quicker than this, then that's where our benefit is going to be. So let's take that forward. So we now need to look at the body. So again, I'm going to stick with a full kit, and we're going to space this out just slightly. Not too much, just drop that down. Now, now from my recollection, we should be able to get 2 of these body kits being built at the same time off one conveyor belt. So, can I actually fit 2 in here? Fit body, so 1, 2. Only just. But we want to make sure things are as sufficient as possible. And there we go. That way, and that way. That way, perfect. And we're already straight onto the paint on this side, which is quite interesting. Now, there we go. Now, on here, to fit body, we've got all this lot. So we've got, if we go down to the very basics, we've got fit body shell, fit hood, fit trunk, fit bumper, and fit arches, etc. Now I'm thinking I can probably do that here, or I can just have a do it down here, where I might actually have a bit more space. Because if I need to make a body shell, I'm going to need a lot of space up here to make that, to send it into us for both these. So I think I'm going to take this. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to take out this, and I'm going to put in some conveyors. So we can utilize that space properly in a minute. So now we can't use that square there, so we're going to have to go one more, and this one then can come down. So we really want this one to be the primary one that's spaced out along here. So we're going to look at fitting body shell. So we want to make sure we've got enough space to do so. And I want one tile this side. So I'm going to drop that body shell there. So that's the body shell, and then we want to fit the hood, and that's going to be, do I keep them right next to each other? Yeah, I'm not going to put a space, I'm not going to make a space there. So fit hood, right, fit trunk or boot. Bumpers, so we want to fit front and rear bumpers. And rear. Then we want to fit bottom trim. That is, yeah, just that one. Then we want front arches, rear arches, and vents. Goodness me, there's a lot in there just for that. So we've got the fit body shell, we've got the hood. Body shell, we've got the hood. Trunk. Then we've got bumpers, front, rear, trim, arches, front, rear, and vent. So all that can be closed down. Okay, so that's in. We then need to fit the roof. Then we need to right, okay, fit the, okay, so we want the door panels, we want the windows, and we want the wing mirrors. So let's get this conveyor belt running, and that can come down, and so that's all that. So just by having fit in the body, we can fit one there, and fit another one there. Now there are a few things that I think we'll notice more once we get things going. Is basically the amount, the reason why I've got two chassis assemblies, etc., is because I'm going to make a more basic model on this line. I'm going to make both basic models on both lines to start with, just so I can do my speed tests on it. But it's a case of this line here will become the more specialized line. So it'll do all the top end cars, etc. And this will do basics. So something that we should be able to keep on top of, as it were. Right, now I had fit body. Now I'm sure when I last played on the other system, I was able to get 3 paints operational. But to be perfectly honest, I think 2 should be sufficient. I'm not going to go crazy mad. We can actually ensure everything's fully upgraded on it, so that shouldn't be an issue. So that's the paint for this line. Fit engine, again, I'm going to have multiple. Fit engine. How long does that take? That takes 22 minutes. Fit engine. And then we're just going to have fit accessories. Where's the exit from here? It's down there. So fit accessories. And then we're going to be putting all the electronics back on itself. So we'll drop them down here. And we're going to have a quality check. And then we're going to have an export. So that line should be complete. that's in line with that. So that line there should be fully operational once we get the all those installed. Right. Okay. So that's going to be a nice, quick, easy line. And that's going to be our more... Oh dear me, look at all that lot. Right, okay, so let's connect it all up. What are we looking at? That's body, isn't it? So... And then... There's accessories. I'm going to look at... I take that off one here, and that goes to that one, and we can utilize this one here, this one. We've got another 2 points here. But we are bearing in mind these are individuals. There we go, and there we go. So as these are individual parts that are going to be going to there, they should have plenty of stocks in place. I will have the upgrade of the predictive stock control on, just so that whenever parts are taken to any of these points, it's all the correct ones, and there shouldn't be too much weight in them. He says, I hope. Right, so that's the basic line. I need to make sure, first of all, before anything else with this, let's upgrade. Nope, nothing on that. What about on here? Can we upgrade anything on here? That's going to be done in one go shortly. Yeah, that's all going to be done in one go. Nothing else there. Electronics. Oops. Right, so we can upgrade the car, music, voice recognition, sat nav, Bluetooth. And I'm going to do that anyway to start with, just so that it actually doesn't have any problems with delivering stocks, so hopefully that will keep things running correctly. There's probably a lot of learning curve on this, so what do we need over here? If we need to upgrade anything here? Nope, not yet. And what about here? Upgrades? Nope. 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 I'm going to do that predictive to everything, actually. Might all. Let's just do that and it's done. And I won't. And then later on I'll do the rest of them. So body shell upgrades. Aluminium body I want to have. Fit hood. Nope, nothing there. Fit trunk. So reversing camera, power tailgate, spoiler. Okay. Fit bumpers, bull bars. Okay. Rear bumpers, nothing. Trims, nothing on trim. Front arch, nothing on there. Rear arch, nothing on there. Vent, nothing on there. Roof, this is important. Sunroof, panoramic, open top. Yep, perfect. So no matter what we send down here, we'll be able to make sure it has a roof on it. During my tests, I forgot to actually do that little bit, and I had a few problems. So all those, keyless entry, yep, perfect. And fit windows, electric. Okay. and heated wing mirrors, folding mirrors. Okay, right, so that's up to fitting wing mirrors. So that's on the doors. So that's the body. We now need to look at the paint for these lines. Now, I'm thinking that there's going to be the same requirements on here to have 2 lines coming off. So let's drop that in. So paint, undercoat, dry undercoat. Let's give it a single space between each one. Paint finished. And dry finish. No, dry finish. Polish. And polish. Perfect. Right, let's put, that's everything on there. So let's put on the conveyor belt. There we go. Okay, so now we want to do the engine. Alright, so let me make sure I do this correctly. There's a lot of parts to this, so where are we on the actual... Right, okay. So, we should be able to go down to a single conveyor now. Make sure those arrows are going the correct way. Yep. Is that where it should be? Yeah, that's where it was, in line. So we're going to go for powertrain. So we're going to be fitting powertrain. That's strange. Let's demolish that one. And fit powertrain. There we go. Very strange. So that's that. Then we want to fit radiator. That can go. Fit exhaust. Fit. No, I don't want the whole wheel assembly. I want this all separate. So fit brakes. Fit wheels. Fit tires. Okay, that can all go down. I want steering column and steering wheel. Okay, so let's just make sure that's all in situ. Perfect. So I've got that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so onto accessories. Right. Bit lights. Where's me remove again? So, right, try again. Fit lights. Fit horn. Fit seats. Fit windscreen. Hey, can't. And fit dash. One exit there. Dash. Fit electronics. Let's do quality control. Let's get out of there. So we need, oops. It's not quality control, it's export. Then quality control. Now, electronics. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that's our other line. So, a lot longer, but it's basically got the same sort of system in place. Although saying that, I do have 2 fit engines and 2 lots of accessories, so that has got more than this line has. Okay, let's look at getting these installed. Import ports in there. And okay. So we've got, oops, to there. And we'll take it that way. Pick up those. And on this side we'll pick up those, oops, those. And those. Okay, so I'm thinking I've got everything now connected. I think. I haven't got any power, so I'm going to put some power in here. Just so I don't actually have any stupid costs associated to... there we go, high power. Let's... 2, 3, 4. If I don't need all that, I will do very quickly. Right, okay. I need to have a little fiddle as well first, because they're all going to be building the same car to start with. So I want to make sure that that car has everything it should have on. So air conditioning, yes. Alarm, central locking. Electric windows. Heater. Power steering. We're going to be doing this as a more regular model, so I don't really want to have everything on there. This is going to be basic. This is a basic model of sedan. This is going to be used for our test rig. And I'm hoping that everything is sorted. That's universal, okay, so that's common. Common. Right, okay. So that will... yeah, okay, so that will be fine. Let's reduce this premium down. We kind of want to make sure that this line actually can handle that. Okay, so we need to double check now that this lot is all upgraded the way it needs to be. Right, we've got predictive stock, that's what I want to make sure is on. They're all there. 4 panels, it's got everything. Windows, I'm sure I did this by all. Okay, so that's on there. Right, lane control, that was on there. Windows, yeah, electric windows. Right, okay. So with the paints, we've got high pressure paint, so that's by all. Drying, we've got fast drying, turbo drying, and max power drying. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to buy all. There we go. Helps if I do it right in the first place. That's got everything. That's got everything. What have we got on the polishes? We've got nothing there. Okay. So powertrain. Predictive stop-start engine, yes, we'll have that. Radiators, nothing else there apart from robots. Exhaust, no. Right, anti-lock brakes, cruise control, adaptive power control, adaptive cruise control, traffic aware, emergency assist brakes. Okay. Fit wheels. We want spare wheel, yes. We want alloy wheels, yes. Fit tyres. Tyre pressure sensors, yes. Steering column. Nothing in there. Steering wheel. Okay, so we've got power steering. We've got power steering wheel adjuster. And we've got heated steering wheel. Right, okay. Go on to our lights. We've got auto steer, automatic headlights. We've got xenon lights. We've got LED lights. Perfect. Fit horn. Nope, nothing on horn. Fit seats. We want heated, leather, Napa, powered. Yeah, that's fine. Windscreen, automatic wipers. Aircon, so we want climate, pollen on there. Aircon's the next dash, so we want heater, airbag, and touchscreen interface. Electronics, we want in-car, premium music, voice recognition, sat-nav, so whatever is needed they can fit. And upgrade, we can't upgrade anything on quality check, but we should be able to upgrade the computerized sales, and we can also upgrade the expedited sales, upgrade all slots. Right, so that's no matter, so both sides have got that. So make sure I haven't done anything, missed anything off on here that I can upgrade. Nope. 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 Okay, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Right, okay, so are we ready to rock and roll? Bear in mind, everything is... Right, okay. So this is it. So we are going to time the length of time it takes for one car to get from here to here. So on this line, I'm going to do... do I want what single colours? Just so that I can actually see which one it is. No, I think I'll be able to see it. Right. We've got a single car here. Market value, our price. Oh dear me. That's not good. Right. Let's go. So, hang on, no route to stockpile. What have I done here? Nearly got myself caught out. So is everything else okay? It's all yellow, all yellow, all yellow. Perfect, right. Yellow's all right, of course it's all right. Okay, so insufficient, perfect, that's now working. Let's get a bit closer to watch the action. So we've already started to build. It's whether it gets out of here, which car gets out, or which part gets out quicker. Will make a big difference. So that one's out first, and that's out second. Like the red car and the yellow car had a race. Oh, we're still waiting for resources. That's not very fair, is it? So which one's going to get into the spray point first? It's got to get to here by the time the other car gets to here. Oh, having to wait for insufficient resources, that's fine. The other car had to wait as well. Bearing in mind every single place has got predictive parts on there. So, okay, so our red car, oh, the green car's already in paint. So Oh. I'm going to count for as soon as the car finishes the quality check on which car gets through. Come on. I really want this one to actually get through. And he's through getting built, and he's well and truly behind now. What's going on? Insufficient resources. Oh dear. So he's going through, still on the fitting engine. Alright, he's going through the extra parts. He's got to get through the orange and the green section. One more section. And this one's already ahead of the game. It's taken a while there. What's going on? Insufficient resources. And he's already going to the electronics. And into quality. Right, okay, he's out of quality. And so this car here, he's a sedan, he's a basic car. Value at 10, just short of £11,000. He's out of the system. And we're still fitting the windscreen. Oh, look at that. He's in the export. And gone. So basically 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 minutes behind on this line. But it's interesting that okay, so maybe we should follow this through again, because now we have got multiple cars down here. If you think about which line is actually the most productive, it's most definitely this line here. You know, we've got multiple cars getting out here, and we have I think we've only had one out or two. Right, okay. Now, bearing in mind we have got super fast delivery systems. This is just flying everything out constantly to each location. So it actually does have that massive improvement here. So if we look at the actual individual parts, everything is all there ready to go. Whereas if you look at this point here, you've got wheels, brakes, tyres, you know, the whole lot is all waiting for little bits and bobs to go before it can actually complete. Whereas this line is flying through it. So I need to look now at how effective each one is being to see whether we can improve. So we are, let's have a look. Right, okay, so on here we've got just 2 robots, which is fine. And we have we got a backlog? Yeah, we've got a backlog. This line, we haven't got a backlog here. We kind of want to have a backlog working its way back. So what can we do to improve things? So fuel tank, let's upgrade that, add an extra robot, so that should have reduced the time significantly down to 3 minutes. Now we've got a fuel tank here being made. Have I got 2? Yeah, I've got 2. So I can actually have upgrade that to 4 robots, I think. Alright, so that takes down to 3 minutes. That should now not have an issue. Yeah. Watch those, they've finished. They've all finished and they're still going. So that's going to be as fast as that line can cope with. Okay, so we've got now a backlog somewhere. Let's have a look, fit roof. So that's going to take 4 minutes. Alright. We don't really want to have too much backlog. All the paint work is slowing everything down. We've got the best air dryers going. I suppose what we could do is install some additional dryers. So this takes, how long does this take? This will take 3 minutes. That takes 9 minutes. So if we were to have separate undercoats, so we could have multiple locations for drying, that would make a big difference to the actual speed. But looking at where we're at, every single location here is full. So are we waiting for resources? I think we are, aren't we? So here we've got multiple issues going on, so alright. Okay, so that line is running absolutely beautiful. This one's still got issues with stock. Bear in mind we have, how many points we got in here? We've got 1, 2, 3, and then we've got 1, 2. Okay, maybe we should have an additional one in here then, because that's only got 2 areas being fed in. So let's put a third one in. Yeah, let's take that one there. And let's just bring that across. And we'll take that actually to do that. And he can go to there. And we'll move. Okay, delete, demolish. Let's take that out. And take out, no, I can't take that one out. Pause it. There we go. Let's put in our quality check again. Let's put in our conveyor again. Let's make sure everything's connected again. Alright, so we've now got 3 lines feeding each of these. There we go, that's fine. Let's take out these that I've doubled up on. Okay. So 3 individual resource conveyors. So hopefully these should now start keeping up. But bearing in mind, if we were to start a car on this line, so if we start a timer, as soon as this car goes through the actual into export, so it's 16, right, 1804. A car went out. And that was 1818. So that is 14 minutes. Every 14 minutes a car goes out from here. If we look over here, right, so that's 35. To 40. So that's less than every 5 minutes a car is going out. So this line is way far more productive than the smaller section here. And we're still having insufficient resources, and we've got the predictive stock control as well, so that's kind of frustrating. So each of these sections it's got to install a set of parts, and each time it does each part, it then needs to wait for the other parts to arrive. Whereas if you look at this one, it's a single area, which is yeah, which is beautiful. Right, we have any issues? We've got resource issues over here. Right, okay. Alright, so I think that works a lot better than I initially imagined. Are we making money? No, we're not. First hour. Let's get past the first hour and see what the second hour gives us. But ooh, no export room, that's fine. We have issues here for fuel tanks. We've got 2. Drive shafts, we've got plenty. We've got plenty axles here as well, so that's keeping up with both. Bearing in mind this is actually churning out far more than this system, and we're fully backed up now as well, so that's working to its max capacity. Wow, it does make a massive difference. Right, okay, so we should have gone on to the next hour, so we're minus 42,000. Ouch. Income 106. Ooh, right, okay. Let's look at increase the premium on here. So anything else on here that's mid-range that we should be including? Because I'm thinking if I reduce that down, that's down to there. Should I be building everything that's on there? Okay. Everything on there is common, so let's just knock up to 20%. Now, at a 20% cost increase, we're looking at premium. That's now universal, so technically we wouldn't necessarily need to have parts that are actually only common. So we could, you know, we could get away without actually having it, but we probably would get an issue with that. We probably would be struggling to sell them. Oh, we've got 39 cars there. No, oh, no in-car. In-car music missing. Right, okay, so have I not got the in-car music? Right, everything everywhere has got. That's strange. They should all be getting stereos installed in them. Unless, of course, universal missing market value. Unless, of course, this car doesn't have music on there. In-car music included. So why is that not being installed? How is that not being installed? Right. Our details. Can we have a look at what's on this? No, we can't. Oh, they are building the basic sedan, aren't they? Production style sedan, yes. How about this line? Body style sedan, okay. Right, so the electronics here. Aerial. Chip, SAT, speaker. Everything's there. Maybe it's a bug. So what we're going to now do is we are losing money hand over fist, which we shouldn't do. Let's have a look at parts or expenses. So rent is our biggest issue, next to components, raw materials. Okay, wages. Do you know what? I'm surprised. Okay, so we've got, what cars are we actually making here? Market. Maybe we're just saturating the market. What do you mean? Right, you are not producing enough cars. Oh my goodness! How? I mean, how are we supposed to? I've got 50 cars sat there, but they're not actually selling. Right. What do they think about the cars? How many cars? So what do they think? Customers per hour. Your cars in this segment seem to be overpriced. Right, okay, so that's what might be the issue. So let's just reduce that down. So sales premium. How does that look now? Okay, maybe I need to 50 yard blink here now. Right, okay, that's it. I'm going to change my production. This line is now going to be making, add new entry. You're not making those. You're going to make SUV, add compact, add off-road, add pickup, add sports, basic sports, add. Right, so you're making everything other than the sedan. And I think this one we will actually make a more, let's create a similar model, and this is going to be the sedan exec, and we're going to actually go mad on this. So absolutely everything. Although thinking about that, we can't have multiple seats, leather interior. So we can't have leather. We can have the panoramic sunroof. We can have that. We can have polished. With pollen filter, we can have No, we're not having powered seats. Power steering adjustments, yes. Powered tailgate, yes. Premium music. First in camera, sat nav, spare wheels. Spoiler. Yeah, spoiler. Just kind of spoil it. No, we're not having that. We're having the panoramic. Engine stop start. Tyre pressures, powered seats, no. If we choose the powered seats, does that... Okay, it doesn't change that. Touchscreen interface, traffic aware, cruise control, voice recognition, Xeon, or do we want LED headlights? We've already got LED headlights, so we don't want to change that. Right, expensive. Alright, let's see whether we can actually make a few of those. Alright. And change that. There we go. Right. Let's see what happens now. Okay, we'll call it a day for this episode. I'm going to let this car work its way through. We're going to be looking for this exec sedan to come through very shortly. And it'll be a case of once that's worked its way through, we'll see whether we actually sell anything. If we sell any of the other cars, this system here is kind of really slowing down. I think this whole this one's just useless. I kind of think I want to rip it all out. It's that slow, if I'm totally honest. I mean, look at that, just insufficient resources constantly. It's better to have 2 of these routes building everything than to have that. 51 cars, oh my life. No wonder I'm not making money. Nobody's buying them. So I think what I'll do is leave it there for this episode, as I said, and we will... Ooh, actually, I think that's our exec sedan after the sports car, because there's our compact. Yeah, we'll call it a day for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like what you've seen, hit that subscribe, and next time we will sort out more on-site manufacture to improve our efficiencies. That's Murphy out.